Session will be recorded, and then after this session, we will actually pass you guys the recording, okay, by email or something, so that if anything, you can refer back to it. Of course, if you want, you can take notes all the while. Yeah. So the session today will be, I think, max one and a half hours, inclusive of Q&A. Yeah. So along the way, if you have any questions, you can just note it down first, and then during the Q&A segment, then you can raise it all. Yeah, because in case the speaker might cover some of it that you want to ask later on. Yeah, then we don't want to interrupt. Okay. Yeah. So total session 1.5 hours, and then after today's session, we will pass you guys the recording so that you can refer back to it. Okay. So again, as mentioned to y'all over WhatsApp, I mean, for those of you who might personally message y'all, personally invited y'all, this session is more of value creation. Okay, we want to pass our TikTok Kung Fu to you, okay, to all of you, so that after today, you can walk out and hopefully if you get it and you can do it yourself, then that's great. All right. Okay. 1 more minute, then we start. Okay, meanwhile, right, that means since we're going to start soon, so I think you can mute yourself. Okay, for those of you who are here, you can turn on your video, but you can mute yourself. Yeah, so that in case we don't have any disruptions in the meanwhile. Yeah. Video turning on is not compulsory, because I know most Singaporeans, most Asians are, paiseh, very shy. Yeah, but if you want to, it's good also. Not an issue. Hi, Renford. Hi, Andrea.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you. Hi, Sin. Right, great. Okay, I think we can start right now. Okay, let's start the session proper. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Jing Heng, if you don't already know me, or you can address me as JH for short, right? Jordan and Hungary, if Chinese names are a bit too painful for you. Okay, so I'll be the host for today, right? So thank you all once again for spending your precious Sunday afternoon here with us. I know that some people just came from church. I think some of my friends are coming from church, so it's a bit rush. Some of you probably squeeze out some time from your family day. Some of you are probably still manning your retail shop. I don't know, any of you, right? But no matter what, really appreciate spending this short 1.5 hours here with us to understand how TikTok can actually help your business or help you in your personal brand. Okay, no worries. Thank you so much, Faisal. Yeah, but of course, I would like to congratulate you guys because you are definitely going to take away so much from today's session. Okay, but before we begin the session proper, I just want to get a sensing on the ground of the diversity of businesses here with us today. Okay, so if you guys don't mind, you can actually type in the chat box, your industry, the industry that you're in, the nature of your business, like for example F&B, real estate, tuition, whatsoever. Okay, if you want, you can go more specific, like Western F&B, math tuition, whatsoever. Okay, so that we roughly have a feel of the friends with us here today. Okay, so actually, if you guys want and you also know, okay, you can take note, wow, this person does mobile massage. Yeah, so if anything, next time I can reach out to them. Yep, correct. R&D equipment, consulting services. Cool. Come, let's keep it coming. There's 16 of us here. F&B, nice. Cool, okay. That's great. Some more. Personal training, nice. Fitness. I think we have a few other fitness people here today. Education business. Awesome. Okay, great. I think there's quite a range, and I think more will stream in when the session starts. Yeah, I see some people coming in already. So I'd like to, actually, there's some people who are not muted. Sorry, you auto mute yourself. I'm going to share with you why I'm so excited for all of you here today. Okay, because TikTok is hands down the greatest marketing hack in the whole entire world right now. Okay, which actually most people and most business owners are procrastinating on. Right, so it's actually a good thing for all of you here today. So why I say that TikTok is basically the greatest marketing platform right now in the whole entire world because it's probably the only platform or the only tool where you can spend zero marketing dollars and yet be able to grow your own personal brand and your own brand reach, okay, further and wider than even Instagram plus Facebook combined. Right, I'm sure most of you are already on Instagram and Facebook, whether as individuals or for your own personal branding or for your business. But if you're not, then it's a bit of a problem, right? But it's okay. TikTok can help you to catch up for whatever you missed out in Instagram and Facebook, okay? But TikTok by itself, okay, will be able to help you to grow further and wider than all these platforms combined, okay? And now why is that so? Because TikTok works very differently compared to platforms like Instagram and Facebook. So IG and Facebook, they operate via this thing called social graph. Okay, so just a bit of background introduction first. Social graph. Okay, so what happens is that when you post something on Instagram and Facebook, they only show your post to people who follow you or who are your friends. Okay, rarely in any case do strangers actually see your posts. Yeah, rarely, if not never. Okay, and I'm sure you have the experience. So let's say you have 10,000 followers or 5,000 friends, which is the max on Facebook. Okay, not all are going to see your posts, right? Probably 10%, 20%, 50%, okay? Then even less are going to like your posts, even less are going to comment, even less are going to share it, right? But for TikTok, it works very differently, okay? In TikTok, this is a very common phenomenon. You can have very little followers, like maybe only 100 followers because you're a new account, right? But when you share a post, okay, just like how you post on Instagram and Facebook, like they're free posting, you do the same free posting on TikTok, except that it's video format, you can easily have like over 100,000 views if you're doing things right. Okay? And obviously, if you only have 100 followers and you got 100,000 views, you know that most of these 100,000 who are looking at a video are strangers. Okay? Because TikTok operates on this thing called interest graph. So TikTok shows your content, your posts to people who share the same interests. So let's say you're an F&B, right? You definitely, if you're going to do TikTok, you're going to post a lot of food-related content, food videos, recipes, whatsoever. So TikTok's algorithm will share your posts to people who generally consume a lot of food content, generally consume a lot of recipe content. Okay, so this algorithm logic by itself is very similar to an advertising function, except that it's free. Okay, and this window of opportunity, we don't know how long it will last, right? But the best part is that, like I mentioned earlier, many business owners are procrastinating on it. Okay, even the bigger brands. Okay, so when I was sending out invites for this session, I personally messaged no less than 300 business owners and individuals, no less than 300. It took me like 1 week plus to do it. Okay, so that's a lot. I lost count. Yet out of the 300 plus, whatever the number is, of course, before I message all of you, I'll message whoever the contact is. I'll go to TikTok to see whether you guys have a decent TikTok account. Because if your TikTok is good, then you don't need this webinar, right? Okay. But out of 300 over, 90% don't even have a TikTok account. Okay. And out of the 300, right, probably only 4 to 5 have a TikTok account that's doing very well. Okay, and don't need this session, they're doing everything right. So that goes to show that there's actually a huge window of opportunity, just like every new technology. Instagram and Facebook, they are technology platforms, social media platforms. They're the big boys. Okay, TikTok is a very recent phenomenon in the past, 5 years, but the rate of their growth is so massive that now they are on par with Instagram and Facebook, a formidable competitor. Okay, so likewise, all of you over here, as individuals or as business owners, you may have people in the same industry as you who are the dominant market players. But if you can leverage on such technological hacks like TikTok, you can very easily grow your brand to be as formidable as them. Okay, so that's the beauty of understanding this new technology, and which is why I'm so happy for all of you who are here today, here to understand this session. All right. But of course, with that being said, I'm not the main speaker. Okay. Just let me give a bit of background intro. The next slide. Yep. For me, I'm actually representing Pingdemi for today's session. I'm going to share who are the people behind this workshop today. So Pingdemi is actually the education arm of People's Inc. 360. Okay, Ping 360. Right. So Ping, for short, is a software as a service. They call it SaaS, okay, marketing SaaS platform, whereby we develop many different marketing tools to help business owners grow their business. Okay, but Pinkwise itself also has a marketing agency portion of the business where we do typical stuff like managing business owners, social media accounts, developing websites and applications. Okay, so at Ping, we are quite a different agency in the sense that we are very right. So anything that you want to build, website applications, no matter how sophisticated, we can do it in-house. Okay, which is why we develop all these softwares. Right, we run influencer campaigns, we run PR campaigns. Okay, so that's about Ping, right? But Pingdemi started because we deal with many business owners, right? Deal with many individuals, and we noticed that a lot of business owners, especially SMEs, are actually not so familiar with marketing or lack a lot of marketing fundamentals knowledge, which results in a lot of problems like, okay, firstly, you cannot maximize the potential of a business growth because in this day and age, it's not about sales anymore. It's about marketing. The marketing is what brings in the sales. Okay. So if you don't know marketing and you don't know how to maximize it, then jialat, okay. Or you outsource it to agencies, right? And then there's a spawn because if you don't know how marketing works, sometimes you get scammed. Yeah, people pitch to you stuff, you think it's great, but actually you don't know what they're talking about. You just get very easily impressed. I think you have a chance of getting scammed because you're not informed, right? Or, okay, you engage them, but then, there's a mismatch of expectations because you don't know how marketing really works. You have a certain expectation of how things are being done, whatsoever. So what we're going to do is that, instead of giving business owners a fish, but every time you need marketing help, you come to people like us, why not we teach you guys how to fish? Okay, we pass you the kung fu, right? And then if you know how to do it, then you can be self-sustaining. So some of you over here, you are representing your boss to be here attending the workshop. You are the in-house marketing staff, so that's great. The purpose that we're going to do all this workshop is to educate people like you also, so that you guys can do everything in-house. All right. So yeah, okay, one of you just came in. Okay, so likewise for today's session on TikTok, the agenda is to pass all our kung fu to you guys, right? So that you can walk out of here, hopefully knowing how to do everything yourself. Okay. So for Pingdemi wise, this is the first in a series of many workshops that we're going to do. Okay, but we're not all going to be about in-house speakers. Okay, that means the speakers are not just all in-house from our team. We also work with external speakers like we are today, right? So today the main speaker is actually not from Ping, okay, but it's actually next slide. Okay, we have with us Sindhu. Okay, so Sindhu herself is a social media coach, okay, coaching business owners on TikTok, Instagram marketing. She herself runs an agency, a marketing agency focusing on TikTok and IG management, okay, called 6R Media. And she herself is a TikTok guru. Okay, so she'll be delivering the main bulk of the content to all of you today. All right. But of course, before I pass over the time to Sindhu, I just want to share with all of you something, which is that TikTok itself is a class of its own. It's a very unique platform. So you may engage someone who's good at video marketing or engage an agency that has done video commercials generally, but they may not be able to create something that works on TikTok. That's how niche and how a class of its own TikTok is. Right? For TikTok, you need someone who has actually been on the ground, experimenting the dirt, and achieve results for himself or herself, right? To be able to tell you what actually works on TikTok. Okay, which is why we decided to work with Sindhu and invite Sindhu for this particular webinar today. Because Sindhu herself started off as a social media coach, right? She creates a lot of social media tips on her TikTok. Okay, she grew her TikTok from 0 to, as you see over here, as of today, over 8,000, all without spending a single marketing dollar. No ad running, just pure organic growth. And this is achieved in less than a year, right? All purely content. And as you can see, just now when I mentioned about the phenomenon of the views on your post exceeding your number of followers, you look at just the examples from this screenshot. Okay, one video is 34,000, the other video is 27,000. She only has 8,000 followers. So you know for a fact that majority of people who are seeing that particular content of hers are not actually your followers. Because like I mentioned earlier, TikTok shows your content to people who are interested, not who follows you. Okay? So, and not only that, Sindhu herself has helped some brands to manage their TikTok accounts as well and help them to achieve phenomenal results. Okay, but I shan't spoil you all for these results. I shall let the lady herself do the sharing. Okay, so that being said, let me pass over the airtime to Sindhu. Yay, thank you. Let's welcome Sindhu on stage. All right, Sindhu, please.
Yay, okay, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, JH, for the intro. I'm so excited to let you all know more about TikTok and how you can market your business or brand with it. So like you said, I specialize in both Instagram and TikTok marketing, but TikTok marketing specifically is a topic that I'm really passionate about because TikTok is something that a lot of businesses are not really utilizing it. It's a really good opportunity, but a lot of businesses are not utilizing it. So I do have a lot of juicy information to share with you all today, so I can't wait. But before we dive into those things, let me just get the basics and the intro out of the way first, okay? Who is this training for? So this training is for business owners or representatives of the businesses. And your objective is to bring your marketing to the next level. So either your current marketing strategy is not doing much, so you want to save your marketing strategy, or even if your marketing strategy is really good right now, you want to find out what TikTok can do for your business. Because no matter what's your size of your business, no matter what stage of marketing your business is at, TikTok is definitely something that could supplement your marketing strategy. And also the fact that you all are here shows that you have an open mind to learn about the new things in the space and constantly looking to improve your business strategy. So I just want to quickly commend you all for spending this time to learn. Now, that's the objectives, right? But my promise to you is that in the next 60 minutes, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this platform and how you can utilize this to grow your business. So this is on me. Now, what you can do to make full use of this time, this. So I'll be sharing with you a lot of examples, a lot of like case studies. Now, what you can be doing is you can go through hi, as I go through each concept, think about how it can be applied to your business. So just now, I think JH asked a lot of questions on which industries you're from, and you're from a lot of different niches. So think about how it can be applied to your business. And also another pro tip is switch off all distractions, because as someone who have participated in a lot of online webinars, I have this temptation to always open a new tab and multitask or do some other work when I'm listening to the webinar. But most of the times I end up doing not well in both tasks that I'm doing. So how I get the most out of a webinar is that I'll switch off all distractions and I'll pay full attention. And another pro tip is to engage and interact. You know, you can use the Zoom reactions in the meeting here, and you could, if you have any questions, you can jot it down so that you can ask me at the end in the Q&A segment. So this is how you can get the most out of this hour. Since you've allocated this hour, you might as well learn as much as you can, right? Okay, so that is that. Now let's go on to the agenda of like the content outline for today's webinar. Okay, first is what most businesses are doing wrong on social media. And then we will go a bit about the basics of how TikTok works, like the For You page, stuff like that. And then 4 top reasons why businesses are still not on TikTok, what you're missing out on. And then is the juiciest part, which you're probably waiting for, is the BCC framework on how to grow your brand on TikTok without paying for ads. That's the best part, right? Without paying for ads. Now, let's just rewind a bit and let's talk about the problem that I noticed with social media marketing these days. So I started social media coaching because I noticed businesses doing it entirely wrong. Social media marketing got popular, but because they don't hire the right people to handle it properly, it did more harm than good to their brand. So I came across this business account on Instagram. At first glance, it seems like a great brand, right? Because you see that it has 16.8K followers. That's a lot. But quickly you realize they probably bought their followers. You scroll to look at their feed and you see a very unprofessional, messy feed. I think they sell some sort of cosmetics, but it's not even clear from their feed posts. They have bad product photos, bad design. And if you look closely, you'll notice their post got 19 likes. I'm not sure if y'all can see, but if you zoom in closely, you'll see that they have 19 likes. For an account with 16.8K followers, I worked with a client who had 150 followers, and I made him a post that got him 220 likes and 3 comments. Do you see the problem here? Business owners are prioritizing the wrong thing. What is the point of buying followers to make it seem like you're a credible brand when you don't have a real community and you're just faking it? This defeats the entire purpose of social media. Social media is not just for vanity metrics. Oh, I had 10,000 followers. That's not the objective, but it's to build a real audience of fans for your brand so that they become loyal customers or clients, depending on what your business is. See, the content needs to be authentic and genuine, but I don't blame them, because getting high engagement for the content you post out these days on traditional platforms like Facebook and Instagram is really, really difficult. It's slow, it's inefficient, organic growth is a struggle. But then came along TikTok. And if you do it right, organic reach becomes much easier. So I coupled my Instagram strategy with TikTok to help businesses grow their brand. So this is a strategy I use for all my clients, whether they are product-based, service-based, doesn't matter, works for almost all businesses. I get my clients to create content and grow on TikTok. So this is where they get reach, they get eyeballs on their content, they get eyeballs on their brand. And then we work on bringing their TikTok audience over to Instagram, where we engage, interact, and convert them. So each phase of this strategy requires different action steps, but this is what I overall do for my clients, where I utilize the individual powers of both platforms. So I like to tell this to everyone I meet, because I even call this the Sindhu mantra: TikTok for reach, Instagram for community building. But today I'm here to share with you just the TikTok part, because due to time constraints and it's a lot of information to learn at once. So even if it's just one platform that we're talking about today, we are going deep, we're going really, really in detail. So let's get into it. Okay, this is the technical part of TikTok now. So when you open the app, you get two options. So on default, you get the For You page. As you can see here, on default, when you open the app, you get the For You page. So that is just a scroll of videos that the algorithm recommends you to watch. And then you get to choose if you want to click onto the following page. So the following page is for videos of people that you follow. But on default, you don't look at those content. So unlike other platforms, when you open Instagram, you see content by people who you follow. But it's different on TikTok, because on TikTok, it's the For You page. So when I talk about For You page, the next question is, how does the TikTok algorithm work? How do you get your video on the For You page? And that's a big question that I always get. But actually, fun fact is that every video that you post on TikTok actually gets shown to someone's For You page. So this is how it works, right? You post a video on TikTok, it gets pushed to a small group of viewers on their For You page. And then the algorithm evaluate the performance of the video. So they look at things like watch time, they look at things like how many times the video is being replayed, they look at likes, comments, whether people choose to follow them after looking at the videos, the shares is very important. So things like this, they evaluate all the interactions that a person might possibly do to that video, right? And then they categorize into good performance and bad performance. So if you post out a video and a lot of people interact with it, it is good performance. TikTok shows it to more viewers. It pushes your video to more viewers. It gets shown to more people's FYP, more people's For You page. But if it's it didn't really do that well, people didn't really interact with the video, it doesn't get pushed out anymore. And that's how the algorithm works. So that is how the technical aspect of TikTok. But let's just get into the 4 reasons why your business is not on TikTok. Because like JH was talking, right, like about how TikTok is such a great platform, it's so good for marketing. But why would a business not be on TikTok? So this is reason number 1. TikTok is a dancing app for kids. I hear this a lot, and I used to think that too, okay? But here's just some statistics for you. TikTok has over 1 billion monthly active users. 8 new users join TikTok every second. So there is a lot of people joining it. And it's also not just it has a lot of people, but it's also the top app for consumer spend. People are more likely to spend when they see something on TikTok. So I used to believe that myth too. Isn't this just a dancing app? I can't really dance. But actually, TikTok has grown way past that. Like TikTok used to be popular for that. It used to be just that, but then now there's a growing number of older users joining TikTok. There are a lot of other niches, interests, types of content, and that's the specialty of the For You page, because my For You page probably looks different from your For You page. Like my interests are probably, I don't know, my TikTok is just full of marketing content, business content, small business content. But if you like pets, your For You page probably has a lot of pets in it. Or if you like baking, your For You page probably has a lot of baking in it. So it depends on the type of content they interact with. There's so many different types of interests on TikTok now. And also, like I said, there are more and more older users downloading TikTok and using TikTok to not just watch content, but they're even creating videos and posting them. This is Granddad Joe. He is 89 years old and he has 5.1 million followers. So he is a TikToker. When I say TikToker, would you have probably imagined an 89-year-old guy? No, probably not. But you probably have imagined a 15-year-old dancing kid. See, that's not true anymore. There is grandfathers on TikTok doing amazingly well. We have this example that I like to show people about the type of content that you can see on TikTok. So she has 1.2 million followers. She shares health tips, I think also TCM tips, sort of. I'm going to show you a video of her, just a simple video, and I'll tell you how many views he got, how many engagement he got later.
Hi, do you want to lose weight? Here shares 3 movements. You can do it even by sitting there. So first, like this, push against each other as hard as you can, and then hold there for 6 seconds. So please do this 10 times. So like this, hold 6 seconds, release, and then do again. So also do this side, also 10 times. So push as hard as you can, right? Hold for 6 seconds, release, and then do again. Also do 10 times.
Okay, so this is not a weight loss webinar, so I'm not continuing the video. But yeah, as you can see here, this video is such a simple video. It's literally just her standing, talking, not in some presenty tone or whatever, simple tone, simple content, simple words. And how many seconds was this? This was probably like 20 seconds. And this video got 1 million views, 51.9K likes, 508 comments. This is as of now. I think I took the screenshot like yesterday. So right now it probably has more views and more likes. But that is the power of TikTok. There is a lot of different types of content that can go viral on TikTok. And another thing is that TikTok also has the highest engagement rate of any app in the mainstream social media market. Like, this is because the reason why TikTok gets so much of engagement is because people spend a lot of time on TikTok. So I'm going to show you this video. This is a video of a simple video by a cafe. So this video is about how to train your baristas to steam milk. It's just a 15-second video of them steaming milk. This video got 14.6 million views. And this is just a local cafe. I'm sure like many of you could relate to. You all have seen local cafes, local restaurants. And can you imagine a cafe like that, a restaurant like that, getting this much of reach, this much of views on any other social media platform? Probably not, but TikTok can do that. Okay, another reason is maybe you're not aware. The reason why your business is not on TikTok is maybe you're not aware that businesses are on TikTok. Here are some examples of people who have done extremely well on TikTok. We have real estate coaches, we have doctors, dentists, interior designer. We also have financial consultants, therapists. We have tennis coaches, Serena Williams tennis coaches on TikTok. We have a swim academy. We have tattoo artists. We have electrician. Can you imagine an electrician being on social media? Clearly, he has 300K plus followers, so he's doing extremely well. But when I show you examples like this, you might think, oh, Sindhu, these are just US-based, UK-based people on TikTok. Do we have Singaporean people? Do we have local-based people on TikTok? Well, these are big businesses. These are restaurants. These are fashion. Let me go to local-based. Yes, we have local. Give me a second, I'm sorry. Yes, these are local SG-based businesses. So we have Boss Royston. We have this tattoo artist. We have Jim Pot. So these are all Singapore-based businesses that are on TikTok. We have a small business selling tote bags. So all these, you can see they have crazy engagement and they do very well. Because the reason why I'm showing you these SG-based businesses is because people used to say that, maybe TikTok works better for other countries, but maybe not really in Singapore, because you know how the For You page, it shows geographically first. So you show your video to people in Singapore first if you stay in Singapore. So, the reach might not be that good, but that's not true. As you can see here, there are so many these are all Singapore-based businesses who have succeeded on TikTok. Now, I also want to show you some weird examples of people who you will never imagine being on TikTok. That is, we have a supercar dealership, we have airlines, airlines on TikTok. It's a very great business that's on TikTok. We have a security company, which is based in Japan. We have a coding academy. So if you ever think that, oh, my business is too niche, I don't think you might do well on TikTok, that's not true. No matter what you sell, there's space for you on TikTok. Okay, now there's a reason why so many businesses are on TikTok. It's because these are just some statistics, which I'm not going to go into too much of detail. But the point is, partnering creators on TikTok is way more effective. TikTok inspires people to shop, and TikTok users like connecting with brands on TikTok. So there's a lot of reasons, and I feel like at this point you probably understand. TikTok is a great place for for businesses to be. And the third reason is maybe you're unaware of the potential of TikTok. Yeah, sure, there's a lot of businesses on TikTok, but what exactly is the potential of on TikTok? So this is an account I just randomly found. It barely has like 1,000+ followers, but this is a video of them that got 4.9 million views. This kind of views is crazy compared to the number of followers they have, because it doesn't matter how many followers you have on TikTok. Even if you start from 0, you have a potential to go viral. This is Dylan. He's an ice cream shop owner right now. Right now he owns an ice cream shop, but he used to, when he started TikTok, he was working at an ice cream shop. So he just made ice cream and made videos of him making ice cream. And he hit 1 million followers on TikTok within 56 days. And right now he has earned enough to open up his own ice cream shop. So examples of this really shows that TikTok can really change someone's life. TikTok can really change someone's business. This is another example of this guy who lost his bartending job. He started because of COVID, and then he started a TikTok account teaching people how to make cocktails. He created cards to teach how to make cocktails. So it was just a product he made. From his followers, just from his TikTok followers, he raised over $4,000. And then he made a sample product, and then he shared it on TikTok. It went viral and got $22,000 in sales in one day. So this is an example of a community that really cares about the brand. This is not just a business trying to sell its product. No, this is a community that he gained on TikTok, and he's able to connect with them so well that not only do they buy from him, but they even gave him money for him to be able to raise and make this product. So this is really the potential of TikTok. This is another example. But let me just go to the fourth reason. Okay, and that is one of a very common reason that I get when people say, "Oh, why is your business not on TikTok?" Assuming that having Facebook and or Instagram is enough. So yeah, Facebook and Instagram, they are great platforms, but this is what makes TikTok different. This is the platform that sets trends. There's much higher engagement, much higher reach, much higher customer conversions on TikTok. So let me just show you, this is an example of a video of someone making chicken rice, okay? And I'm going to tell you how much views it got after that. Oh, it's not playing. Can you see it?
Nope, it's not playing.
Oh, so what do you see now?
No, nothing's moving.
Okay.
Skip first.
Yeah, I'll skip first. So let me just tell you what the video is. The video is just basically someone using their smartphone to...
I think you can minimize the screen and then play the video or something.
Minimize
it works.
No, I don't think it works. Okay, never mind, it's okay. I will just say that it's just a simple video. It's just a very simple video that got 100K plus views. So the point is, TikTok is amazing. But now I'm gonna finally go to the 5-step framework on how you can achieve this sort of success on TikTok. So there's 5 steps to it, and I'll go through with them like each step one by one. So the first step is online branding and persona. Second step is content pillars. Third is trends. Fourth is finding a winning formula. And fifth is consistency. So first, branding. So here are some examples of famous logos, famous businesses that we know. When I say branding, people just think, oh, logo, right? Just brand colors, right? That's not enough. That's not what branding is. Sure, logos, having a logo, having brand color might be part of branding, but there's so much more to it, such as branding persona. So when I say Coca-Cola, you might get reminded of, drinking Coke with your family, your friends, because a lot of their commercials, they base it on that value of drinking their product with their family and friends, with your loved ones. Or Nike. When I say Nike, you'll get reminded of athletics, sports, and spontaneity, like just do it, resilience. These are things that come to your mind. The values, the brand values, the brand persona. When I say Red Bull, this is a snapshot of their Instagram profile. This is literally their Instagram profile. As you can see, there isn't Red Bull cans, right? There isn't just pictures of Red Bull cans. They have clips of people playing sports, doing adventurous stuff. Things like this really show what the brand believes in, what the brand is about. This is the persona of Red Bull, and that's what it displays. Let me give you some local examples of businesses that have this sort of branding. So I wouldn't say their socials are perfect, but you can see that there is some branding element to it that overall makes the brand so much more cohesive and professional, and importantly, more credible. Because I'm showing you this because you might think that, oh, this kind of branding, this kind of persona is only for big businesses. That's not true. There's actually smaller businesses that have to incorporate things like this. Now, branding is important overall to any business to promote on any social media platform, but specifically on TikTok, it's even more important to have branding on TikTok, because no one likes ads on TikTok. But to grow organically, you need to have a clear brand. You have to talk about what your brand believes in. Now, what happens when you start doing this? What happens when you start having a good branding and good persona is that you have a more professional and cohesive brand, and you get to create more appropriate content to attract the right kind of people that your brand wants to attract to. And you get, most importantly, a community following that relates to your brand. Now, many businesses don't do it because they are unaware of the importance of it. They don't prioritize it enough. They think that branding is just fluff. They don't have the expertise to set this up. Maybe that could be another example. But this is what happens when you do. So this is one of my clients. And when she came to me, she was very unclear for branding. She was selling a lot of different things. And from her Instagram profile, it wasn't clear what exactly she was doing. But then after working with me, she decided to rebrand, have a clearer sense of what exactly her branding is. And using that, she was able to revamp her Instagram profile, her business. And actually right now she has over 10K followers and she's doing extremely well. She has a niche. She knows what she's known for. This is another client example when they are a florist couple. So they do arrangements, floral arrangements, stuff like this. They are extremely nice people. They always wanted the very best for their customers. They're extremely creative, constantly coming up with new ideas. But the problem was they ended up offering way too many things. Their branding was unclear. It was all over the place. So during the first session itself, I asked them, guys, what do you want to be known for? What is one thing that your brand is known for? Just one thing. And it took us a couple of sessions, but it was essential because branding is the foundation of any business. And social media content is based on that. So any other social media marketer or social media agency will just be like, okay, let's jump to social media marketing. But unfortunately, social media content is based on the branding. So your branding needs to be strong. So for some clients, if their branding is very strong already, then we can immediately go ahead with the social media marketing. But if it's not, I want it to be long-term. I want it to be sustainable. So we would spend the first few sessions nailing your branding so we can have a more effective social media marketing strategy. So yeah, after working with me, they actually decided to revamp their website, they got much clearer, and they have a much clearer direction. They even have their About Me page and everything that they revamped. So here are some action steps that for you. Go think about these questions. What is one thing your brand is known for? What makes you different from your competitors? What is your brand persona or vibe? So these are a few examples. Like when I say brand persona, it might be a bit difficult to understand what exactly persona means. For example, fun, vibrant, happy. So this is an example of a brand persona. Maybe your colors could be neon. Another example could be modern, sleek, minimalist, and then your colors could be black, white, gray. Or this is another example of a brand persona. So it really relates the colors, the logo, the vibe, the social media content, your Instagram profile, your TikTok content, everything aligns to form one clear branding message that depicts your brand, that depicts your business. And you could even go one step further to create a brand board just to make it really clear. Put in your branding elements, put in your branding colors, or your brand fonts and everything. Okay, so this is the pyramid that we're gonna fill up as we go along this presentation. So branding forms the foundation, the first layer, the foundation of this pyramid. Okay, there's honestly so much more to branding that I could talk about, but that would just take up a whole other webinar. So I'm only briefly touching on it. It's also something that's very personalized, so it's always the first step we tackle whenever I onboard a business as my client. So, but just your takeaway should be branding is really important, and you should always settle this before moving on to the next step. Next up, we have content pillars. So after settling branding, we can go ahead with content pillars. So the core of any content strategy is content pillars. So why is this important? Because we can't be throwing darts at all sorts of content. We need to align with the branding and persona, like I mentioned. So this is an example of a TikTok profile. As you can see here, he did have viral videos. There was one with 400K views, one with 5.4 million views on his videos. But all his other videos, as you can see here, 69 views, 200 views. What happened to all his other videos? Because why is his followers not as much as you would expect for an account with a viral video of 5.4 million views? It's because there's no cohesive branding. There's no clear branding. So when someone, which is his profile, it's not clear what exactly this profile is. So why would they follow this account? Right. Oh, here's another example of, this is actually an SG-based business. They do have viral videos. This was 17.6K views, 5K views. It's not bad, but why are they not converting into followers? Because the branding is not clear. So this is an example of a business in Singapore, Absolute Cycle. And their approach to content creation makes it feel like their audience is following a friend and not a corporate brand. And they do this by successfully creating a brand voice that resembles the way you would talk to a friend or family member. So they have educational content, they have pictures of individuals cycling, question and answer sections, they have fun videos and classes. So it's a cohesive brand. So this is what I do for my clients. Every time I onboard a client, each client will have a spreadsheet. Okay. When I create content ideas for them, they have ideas, and then there will be a column called content pillar. So this content pillar is where I will come up with content pillars for each of them. So this example would be, okay, this is the math tutor, and his content pillar will be exam tips, summary, formulas, O-level questions, and then one other content pillar could be trend. So their content will be based on these content pillars. Whatever content that they put out will fall under one of these content pillars. So this is how we can ensure that we're more consistent with our content strategy, because each pillar serves a purpose. So one content pillar could be for reach, one content pillar could be for engagement, one could be for conversion, and even for conversion, one could be for converting them into followers, converting them into clients or customers. So each of these content pillars have its purpose. So this is how you can be more strategic with the content that you create. Now, most people won't do this because they're unaware of such a thing. They're too lazy, or they're not consistent with a posting schedule, or they don't even know what content pillars to have. So this is an example of, this is a screenshot from my own TikTok content planner. So this is for my TikTok, and this is an example of an idea that I came up with, a content idea, how the Instagram algorithm works. As you can see here, I have a lot of different types of content pillar, and this content idea goes under social media tips, for example. So this way, when I organize everything this way, I'm more strategic. Okay, like this one, the social media tips. Okay, this is for educational content. So this will be to get more reach, to engage people. So this will be the purpose of this content. So here's what you can do. I've shared a few examples from my clients. I've shared a few examples from me. You can go think about it. Think about this. Come up with at least 4 content pillars for your brand. Okay. But you might say, how 4 content pillars? But then there are TikTok accounts with just one type of content, but they are doing amazingly well. True. Here's an example of Cafe Nation. I think it's a cafe, and all their videos are just like this. So basically, the video will just be them of just videos of them. What is this? Pouring coffee into the cup, syrup and everything. It's just very aesthetic. They have a trending sound. As you can see from the profile, every single video is the same. So this is just one type of content, and they do amazingly well. You look at the views, they have like 4.4 million followers. But then, is this what we really want? Is the views and followers what we really want? Because if I didn't tell you that this is a cafe, you probably wouldn't even know that it's a cafe. Because I actually took me about like 5 minutes to figure out that, what is this account? What is this account trying to sell? They have a shop, but it's under just in their bio, their third line, and there's a link tree, and then maybe you click on it, and then that's when you can see that, oh, this is a cafe. But you wouldn't really, it's not clear because all their videos is just that being aesthetic. Most of the followers are just following them for the aesthetic. So here's what I want you to know. Views and followers does not equal more sales. Instead, imagine if that account included other content types. Even if they don't get as much views and engagement, when you include other types of content, like maybe behind the scenes of how the cafe works, showing their cafe in at least some sort of way would engage people better, and that would be able to convert them into customers at least. So this is something that you really need to understand, is that some content are meant for views. Like this content over here, like sure, this content are great for views, but we also need content that's for brand awareness. We also need content that's meant for nurturing the leads. We also need content that are meant for conversion, whether it's converting them to followers or converting them to customers. Because in the end result is more sales. So we need converting content to get more sales, to convert them to customers. So yes, action step, come up with at least 4 content pillars for a brand. You may need to research your competitors' content. Let me just share with you an example that I found on TikTok. So just to help you with coming out with content pillars. So this is Precision Welding Academy. Okay, I didn't even know this was a thing, but wow, guess what? There's actually a school that teaches you how to weld. So this is in Texas, but Welding Academy is doing super well on TikTok with over 100K followers. Now, these are their content pillars. So they have behind the scenes to show that they are an academy and they have this service. They have relatable applications. So some of their videos show more relatable applications of like making roses. They have tutorials. So this is a tutorial on how to make a metal rose, I think. And educational content is always my favorite content pillar. Educational content does very well. Actually, if you think about it, you can try to fit in educational content pillar no matter what business you are in. Next up, they have their product or service. So this is their classes start April 4th. So this is a direct content clearly the purpose is to convert people into customers or clients. So yeah, these are their 4 content pillars. Next, third step, finding a winning formula. So now you have your content pillars. Okay, but the next thing is finding a winning formula. So that is really important because on TikTok, 0 to 100 or 0 to 1,000, or honestly on any social media, this is the experimentation stage. This is where you analyze what works and then you double down on what works. So this is what happens when you start doing this, right? Because initially the growth will be really, really slow. Like, wow, getting to 100 followers again, 2,000 followers might seem really hard because you're still trying to experiment, see what works for you, for your business. But then once you find a winning formula, once you have content pillars, and then your growth will be much easier, will be much faster. So going back to Precision Welding Academy, right? They have their 4 content pillars I talked about. What was their winning formula? As you can see here, there's an Ironman video with 9 million views. So this goes under the content pillar of relatable applications. And this exact style, using Ironman mask, this exact style does very well for them. So this is their winning formula. So most people don't do this because they're unaware, oh, there's different styles. They're not strategic with their content. They don't analyze, or they analyze the wrong things. But then what I mean by styles is one exact video can be done in different ways. For example, she is also social media marketer, or she also shares like business or social media content. This is like in the US or something. But what she does is that she puts her content on as text and she dances in the background to like nice music, and then she put that text. But how I like to explain my business or social media content is that I just like to speak. I just like to record myself talking because I can't dance. But other than that, there are different styles, and this is a style that works for me. So here's the client example. This is the floral couple that I said just now, remember? So after experimenting with several styles, they found a winning series. So they doubled down on the success by making a series of it. So they found that, oh, the awkward florist stories did very well on TikTok. So they made it a series, and this helped them hit the 1,000 follower milestone. So not just styles, but the content itself, which type of style works for you, which type of content works for you. This is what makes up your winning formula on TikTok. Okay, next up we have trends. So if you're on TikTok, you would definitely notice there's this thing called trends. So how trends work is that you have an optimized profile. Optimized profile means when you click on the profile, you know what this account is about, what their content is about. So right here, my bio is optimized. My top few videos are optimized. The type of content that I pinned are optimized. So actually the 3 videos I pinned, these aren't my content with the highest views. A lot of profiles, they just pin their content with the most views. I actually have a video with over 150K views, but I didn't pin them because I feel that these 3 videos are more important for a new follower or new potential lead to look at first. So it's not about the views, okay? It's about optimizing your profile. This is a little bit more strategic, but so I'm just touching on it. But when you have an optimized profile and then you make trend videos that are related to your niche. A lot of businesses, they just jump onto trends for the sake of it. No, it has to be related to your product or service. So you make these niche related trend videos, you get reach, more reach, as you can see here from my analytics. This is a screenshot of my analytics. And then you get conversions like this. So this is the process of how trends work. This is my favorite growth hacking method. So a lot of businesses don't do this because not every trend converts. You know, they have, not every trend converts into followers or sales. It's hard to catch trends early. So how about right now, right? Take a moment. Tell me if you're on TikTok, what TikTok trends are trending right now? Yes? Yes, these are hashtags. Oh, I don't know what is that trend that Jonathan said. Or maybe I'm not on TikTok enough. Oh yes, I've seen that. Funeral music, please lah, JH, that's 2015. Okay, but yes, these are all trends that are on TikTok. But it's very hard to catch trends early. And it's very hard to apply to the specific niche. So this is a screenshot of a spreadsheet that I actually use to track the trends that are on TikTok. And this is a screenshot of an idea that I made for my client. So this link is where I have the trend, and then I would see how to apply that trend to that client's niche. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go drink water. Sorry. Yes, hi, sorry. My throat was really, really dry, okay? So anyways, moving on, right? Trends are just, I know trends are really, really great for reach. But then trends are just icing or the sprinkles on a cake. The actual core content is the cake itself. So trends are good to have, but it only works to supplement the core content. Like what's the point of sprinkles if they aren't even the cake, right? So knowing that trends are good to have, like going back to Precision Wedding Academy, we have these trends that really help them connect better or get more reach. So next up, we have consistency. So while we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 things, right, that makes up this pyramid, the one thing that wraps up this entire pyramid is consistency. So why is this very important? Because organic growth takes time. We are talking about growth that doesn't include ads. Like we are not using ads. We are growing organically on social media. So there's no one fit all strategy, and the algorithm prefers consistency. So what happens when you start doing this is that you get more reach, you get more views, and you get better at creating content overall. You figure out your winning formula faster. You get more engagement and follower conversions. Most people won't do this because it requires a lot of patience. You might have limiting beliefs, like you might be stuck in the 10 follower or 20 follower range for months, and then you would feel like giving up. Because it's very easy to feel that way. With some businesses, some accounts might grow much faster and you're like, wow, I think I just suck at this. But consistency is really, really important for social media. And that's why the systems to enable you to be consistent is very important. So for my clients, I don't just teach them stuff like content ideas or algorithm, but I also help them set up a system so that they can use it to be more consistent. So that even after they work with me, they're able to sustain themselves and they're able to continue being consistent, creating content on social media. So this is an example. Apart from social media management, right, like Jahid said, I also do social media coaching. So he's one such client. And it took him months to hit his first viral video. He was getting double-digit views, like barely 1 or 2 likes for each of his videos. But he showed up for each coaching session. I always gave him feedback for each video he made, and then we improved step by step, slowly but surely. And finally, he reaps the fruit of consistency. With that, he finally hits his 1,000 follower milestone, completely organically. So consistency, I know I can just say, guys, you need to be more consistent. You need to be consistent, but it's easier said than done. It is really difficult to continue being consistent, but organic growth takes time, but it will be worth it for your brand, for your business. So just to recap, our 5-step framework, we have branding, content pillars, trends, winning formula, and consistency. And this is how the pyramid looks like. We have finally formed the pyramid. You can visualize everything right now. And this is where BCC comes from, because content strategy, content pillars and winning formula goes under content strategy. And trends is also a type of content. So the 3 things is branding, content strategy, and consistency, BCC. Okay, perfect. So what we have learned so far from the very start, we have TikTok algorithm basics. We went through how the algorithm works, how the For You page works. You also went through the 4 reasons why businesses are not on TikTok. We busted some myths, some misconceptions about TikTok. We also found that we also looked at businesses that have found massive success on TikTok. We showed you a lot of examples, including local businesses and how we can achieve this with the BCC framework. So let me just end off with this thing. Learning is useless if you don't take any action. This is something that I truly believe in, because there was this phase where I was learning a lot of content, but I wasn't really taking any action. And only when you take action, that's when you learn the most from experience itself, not just from listening to someone talk about their own experience. So learning is important, but application is even more important. So that's how I'm going to end off this presentation, and I will give it over to JH.
Yay. Thanks a lot, Sindhu, for the wonderful sharing. Yeah, although I've heard it a few times from you, but it's always a relearning for me, and I took away new gems from today. Right. So thank you so much. I'm sure most of the audience here also, took away quite a bit. So I guess some of you are very new to TikTok, so you might have certain questions in your head. So why not let's do a Q&A, right? If any of you have any questions for Sindhu or in general, yeah, you can actually type it in the chat box. You can ask questions specifically your business as well. Yeah, and then we can see whether we can reply them. Okay, so if you want, you can. Thank you so much. So supportive, Justin and Mandy and all.
Thank you, guys. Oh my God, like in the middle, I was having a very dry throat, so I was like, okay, let me continue. So I'm so sorry for that mishap. But yes, giving the questions, I'm ready.
Yes. If you need some time for the questions, clearing it up.
We can go back to the framework.
Yep. Is there a chance for us to know what's the trend?
Okay, yeah. So trend tracking is something I do for my clients, especially my social media clients. I would just track the trends, and then I would also tell them how to apply those trends to their niche. So if it's like a fitness coach, then I would say, oh, okay, actually this is a fitness transformation trend. You can apply it this way, something like that. Yeah. For my social media coaching clients, it's more hands-on for the clients. So I would tell the trend, but the thinking and the execution is by the coaching clients themselves.
I think also to answer Faisal's question, if you open up TikTok, right, if you can see my screen, under the Discover tab, there's a Discover. You'll see what are all the trending hashtags and trending sounds. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
The Discover tab is but actually even more than Discover tab, right? Because it actually takes a long while for TikTok to update the trending tab. So another way I like to tell my clients is that you scroll through TikTok, I like the For You page, and then if you see a video or a sound 4 or 5 times, that's a trend. Yeah, that's a faster way, more efficient way for you to find out a trend.
Great. We have got a few more questions flooding in.
Okay. Must we use hashtag FYP? Oh my God. Okay, yes, this is common question. No, you don't need to use hashtag FYP. I know a lot of people like to use hashtag FYP on their videos, right? But like I said, every video you post out on TikTok gets shown to your gets shown to the For You page. It doesn't matter whether you use hashtag FYP or not. I've never used the hashtag FYP. So that's just a myth. But hashtags, that is how you can best practice for hashtags is that you use keywords, more appropriate niche related keywords. So if you're F&B business, use hashtags like hashtag SG restaurant, hashtag SG food, hashtag SG business. So things like that.
Like, why is this golden cheesy crunch look so tasty? So tasty. And then I saw KFC and I saw, who's that?
So things like this really help you. This kind of hashtags are more likely to help you. Yes. So no more hashtag FYP. Yes. Okay. What's the next question?
Human elements.
Is it always important to have human elements or characters in your content? So actually, it's possible to make TikTok videos without your face in it. There are a lot of content, a lot of businesses that do it that way, because I'm sure not everyone wants to show their face on TikTok. So it's possible, but it's good to have a human element to it because people are more likely to connect with faces, more likely to connect with more human brand. So we have, there's actually a pizza restaurant on TikTok, and his entire account is based on him. He called himself Maru the Pizza Man or something. So this gives it an easier way for people to connect. But it's completely possible to create content without human elements to it. Yeah. So it's just a different strategy.
Maybe I jump in at this. I share an example for Justin's question on examples of like TikToks where you don't need a human face. So I've been researching on tea brands and oops, sorry, not this one. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me stop share first. You share the audio. Give me a second, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
why don't we sell tea bags? Tea bags are typically made from lower quality leaves, left over from the production of loose leaf tea. The fresh sprouts of the tea plant harvested in spring will be used to make the premium sencha, gyokuro, and matcha. These are the highest in nutrients and they have the smoothest and sweetest taste. The second harvest will be used to make medium quality tea.
So like for this particular account, right, they are just filming from like the first person point of view. So they're not filming themselves and then they use a voiceover. Yeah, so if like you don't want people to hear your voice, you don't want people to see your face, there are a lot of ways to hack around it on TikTok. Yep, and you still achieve good results. Like this video was 1.4 million views.
Yes.
Just to share.
Ultimately, for whatever TikTok video it is, just need to make sure that it is of value. You're providing some sort of value. That's the most important. If you give them a reason to watch it, doesn't matter if you've got face or not. It's enough. Yes. Okay, then on to the next question.
I ran
Yes, based on your experience, what's the rough timeline for an account to hit strong organic growth? 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year? Okay, so this definitely depends for each person. The amount of experience that you have, the kind of resources that you have. So I've seen people who hit their first 1K followers in like a few days itself or a few weeks itself. People who are not that experienced, it would take time for them to be able to create better videos. So for my clients, at least we are able to hit organic growth in 3 months or less. But obviously it wouldn't be a completely fair comparison. If you're doing it all by yourself and then you compare it to my client's progress, obviously it's not the same because they are receiving a lot of help. They're receiving a lot of assistance, a lot of experience here. So it's not fair to compare each account's growth, but it really depends on the skills that you currently have. You know, video taking skills, video editing skills, speaking skills. Actually, people don't really know how much of skills actually required to make videos. When I first started on TikTok, I'm not really someone who likes speaking on camera. So only when I started TikTok, I realized, wow, making a 30-second video can take like an hour plus to record, edit, put together. So yes, it depends. Okay. If we were to create a new TikTok account, is it better to slowly grow our community organically first or jump straight to utilize the TikTok ads function? Okay, great question. So I would say always grow your account organically first, because even for Instagram or any other account, right? If your account isn't able to grow organically, that means your profile is not optimized or your content is not optimized. So that means your ads won't be as effective because you don't even have that foundation right first. Only when ads are just to supplement, is to boost it a bit more. But your organic content needs to be very good. So that's why big brands, yeah, they do a lot of ads. That's because they have amazing branding, they have amazing core content already. They already have amazing organic reach. So yep, as businesses who are just starting out, focus on organic content first, specifically branding.
I can add on to that also. So what you can do is that, like Sindhu mentioned, the winning formula. So once you have found the winning formula, right, like the type of content that goes so-called viral or goes very well, then you can run ads on top of that content, so that while that content goes viral organically, you use the ads to boost it even further. Yeah. Then you know that type of content works, and that's what you should run ads on. Yeah. So it helps.
Okay, next question. Is there a general rule of thumb on how often a brand should be posting content on TikTok? Okay, great question. So this might sound very scary whenever I say this, but on TikTok, it's about frequency. At least when you're starting out, you have to try to post as much as possible. So posting every day is a good start, 1 video per day. If it's possible, if you can pump out 2 or 3 videos per day, that's even better. But after you are able to find a winning formula, you have started to build sort of a community, then you could maybe focus more on quality than the quantity. Because at this point, you have figured out sort of what works, what doesn't. You can put in even more time and effort into each video that you make, so to make it better. So, but when you're starting out, the more the merrier. But don't get burnt out, okay? And you end up not being consistent, okay? Just post as much as possible. Yes.
Yeah. So maybe you can share screen, touching on Mandy's question and Johannan's previous point.
Okay.
Share the screen on, yeah.
Desktop.
Supposed to take
Can you
over.
see my screen?
Yep. Okay, so a bit of a so-called advertisement, right? So we have teach you the Kung Fu, right? And if you know, you can do it yourself. But what if some of you are, as business owners or as individuals, you are too busy. You don't have time to go and create 1 TikTok content a day to even experiment. Or, you're someone that, doesn't have a lot of ideas. Like you struggle with thinking of ideas of what to post and things like that. So what we can do over here, okay, is that we have 2 alternatives for you, right? So the first one, right, is that you can choose to hire us, okay, collectively, at the rate of what you hire a full-time marketing graduate. Okay, so full-time marketing graduate, you're probably going to pay him or her 3,000 and up, right, to manage all your social media, everything for you. So we're going to do the exact same thing, right? We're going to do daily postings for you on all your social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, right, daily, because that is what works. Okay, but of course, compared to working with an individual full-time marketing graduate, that person doesn't have, probably is good at maybe content or ideas, but maybe weaker at like things like the design, the more technical side, video editing and things like that. But when you hire people like us, because we are agencies, right, we have specialized manpowers. The designer is just doing the design and super good at it. The videographer is just good at his or her craft in editing the videos. And then the creative person is just good at the creative. Okay. So that is for if you are someone that really doesn't have time and you just want to outsource it completely to us. Okay, so that's the first option. Of course, the exact permutations and all we can discuss, right, further after this. Then the second option is for those who have time to create content, but you struggle with the ideas. Okay, so that's where you can hire Sindhu as a coach. So what Sindhu typically does is that she will create ideas for you, get the specific content ideas of what you can post. Okay, like, oh, you can do this content, and then, but of course, the actual execution, the actual filming will be done by you. Okay, but the exact ideas she'll give it to you on what to do. And of course, because TikTok has trends every other day, she will analyze on the spot. Okay, this trend, maybe you can create content based on this. All right. So rates wise, 1,500 a month for a minimum of 3 months, because like Sindhu mentioned earlier, based on the experience, most clients take about 3 months to roughly get the system and then be able to be independent on their own. Okay, so these are the 2 options. Of course, if you have time to do it and then you roughly know how to do it, then you can just do it by yourself. You don't need us. Okay, so yeah, this is just a bit of to answer Mandy's question and touching on Johanna's point as well. Yeah. Generally, daily posting is better, especially at the start. And because TikTok, there's this short window period before they become like another Instagram saturated, a lot of brands coming on. So you want to like post as much as possible as you can right now. TikTok doesn't penalize you for posting more. Yeah. In fact, when you post more, you get more of the wins. You leverage, and it becomes a snowball effect, and then you grow your brand like faster. Yeah. So we are as experts estimate around a 1 year time frame before TikTok becomes like more saturated. Yeah. So to answer you guys. Yeah. Next question.
What is a good interval to post new posts? Okay, so that is similar to the frequency question, right? So you can, it doesn't really matter. You can, that I have posted videos with like, I've posted like 2 videos in 1 hour. So it really doesn't matter on like the interval, as long as you're not like spamming too much. But even if you spam the videos, technically all the videos that you post are not shown to the same people. Because for example, for Instagram, when you post, I don't know, 5 posts a day, like your followers have to see all 5 posts. That is like spamming. But then for TikTok, not every video gets shown to all your followers, because most of them get shown to new people. So it's okay to post more content every day. So like I said, right, if you can post 5 videos a day, every single day, wow, perfect, go ahead. But it's just very hard to create such quality content every single day, because on TikTok, yeah, sure, quantity is important, but quality is also important. Like I didn't really go into much detail on the specifics of each TikTok video, like, oh, how to make a viral video, or how to make how to get more views. I didn't really go into much those details, but then yeah, these are things that fall under the category of how to make a good video. Follow up from next question. At what point do you consider modifying content pillars if the existing content being created is not growing the brand? Okay, answer the first question first. So that's a good concern, because content pillars, it's not like you create content pillars now and then you stick to it forever, right? Like for example, my content pillars, I have been gradually changing it throughout. So as you try different content pillars, you'd see like what gets more views, or even if some don't get views, some gets more like conversions or clients. So things like this, these are things that you need to analyze on a regular basis. So I recommend you go into insights. Okay, but actually you only get access to insights after 100 followers. So once you get 100 followers, when you look at your insights, and then you can see what kind of videos do well and what kind of videos don't do well. So is it the content itself, or is it maybe the style of the video is not that good? So these are things that go under experimentation. So how do you balance belief in your content pillars versus trying new things? When you have content pillars, it's just a guide for you to follow. You don't have to be super strict on, oh, this content doesn't fall under any content pillar, I shouldn't post it. No, go ahead, post it. These content pillars are just for you to be more strategic with your content strategy. But go ahead and try new things, experiment, because I'm also constantly experimenting with my content. And then if it works, okay, I'll add on to the content pillar. Yeah. Okay. The next question, the rate from number 1 does not include ads. Yeah. Number 1 as in, oh, okay, yes. So ad management, it's like an add-on. So like I said, we focus on organic growth. So ad management usually depends on like how much the business allocates, like how much of budget they want to allocate to ads. So that's usually an add-on. Yeah, so that depends on the package. Okay, next. How do people edit their videos for TikTok or IG Reel? Must the videos always be taken portrait? Yes, the videos must always be taken portrait. So preferably, right, just to make sure you get the dimensions correct, just use the TikTok app itself to record. Like for beginners, just use the TikTok app itself to record. Easy to edit also. For IG Reels also, you can use the app itself to edit. So just to make sure you have the dimensions, because the dimensions are really important. And if you do the editing on TikTok, the app itself, elements like the text, these kind of things, or the effects, this will really help the algorithm like push out your video a bit more. So it's good to use the app itself. Like even for my clients, instead of using a professional camera, it's better to use the app itself. Yes. Oh, and since you brought up IG Reels, right? How y'all can use IG Reels is that you can download TikToks without the watermark using a third-party website, and then you can download them and post it as Reels. So this is a repurposing pro tip that I use for all my clients also. I would just, because since you already made that video, you might as well post it to more platforms, might as well make more use of that content. So repurposing content is a smarter way to be more effective with your time and energy. Yes. So that's a IG Reel tip. Oh yes. Oh, do you use the app?
Yeah, use the app. Teammate for any of you who wants it. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Okay, any other questions we have? Maybe a few last ones. Yep. If not in general, okay, I think most of you have my number, but if not, here is my WhatsApp. Okay, you guys can keep in touch with me because we will regularly, when we do similar sessions or even like, you know, permutations like dialogue sessions, Q&A with like, you know, marketeers, we'll inform you all. And we're also planning, okay, so that's my number above, and then this is Sindhu's number. Okay, let me type it. Yeah, because we are planning to roll out a series of similar workshops, value-adding workshops, and of course, we're also experimenting in maybe coming up with like, you know, broadcast lists where maybe every week, you know, certain marketing tips that we have, because marketing is always evolving. There's always new things coming up, and you know, sometimes if we wait for a monthly webinar like this, it might not be in time. So sometimes we want to do weekly tips where, okay, maybe we found out, hey, TikTok has this new thing. We can just update you all through a broadcast list. Yeah. So you guys can save our number. You can save my number, save Sindhu's number, and then you can drop us a text. Okay. And of course, if you ever need either one of those services early on, you can also drop us a text with regards to it. Okay. If not, yeah, thank you so much. I mean, any last questions, and you can just type in the chat, or I don't know, some of you are shy, you can just, you know, drop us WhatsApp or whatsoever. And yeah, of course, when you guys text us, please give us your feedback. I mean, for those who I have personal contact with, I will ask you guys for feedback, okay, on how to improve. It's our first session. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. We hope it's value adding. We hope it's helpful. And this recording will be sent to you 100%. Okay.